Hello everyone, this is Autobot 97 back with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Trilogy Leader Class Ultra Magnus. Now, ever since he was revealed, I've been wanting this for a long time. And I actually never got him, but now that I have him, along with Kingdom Cyclonus, it's really fun. But for the packaging here, you got the figure as well as his accessories. You got the Transformers Siege or Cybertron Trilogy poster right there, Takara Tomy Generations logo, Transformers and Hasbro logo, and really awesome looking image here of Ultra Magnus right there. And he's a leader class. Come around to the back, and you can see here it says combat ready mode. And this is his white prime robot mode. And as you can see, it has much like a G1 toy. It has the armor kind of thing here, where the trailer becomes the armor, and the separate cap becomes the separate robot of his own. And it's just really awesome. I can't wait to see. And I do have the Combiner Wars Leader Class version of this character. I cannot wait to compare him to this. And also available here, Shockwave, which I don't think he really fits the Leader Class price point, I don't think. And on the side here, at the Siege poster right there, you got Optimus' eyes and his mouth right there. You got Chromia, got Sideswipe, and it's Red Alert carrying a Hound, and an Arc taken off from Cybertron. For the packaging of this guy, that is really about it. So without further ado, let's crack him open and see what awaits us inside. Okay guys, so here we have the new Siege Ultra Magnus opened up out of his packaging and obviously in his vehicle mode now. And what a terrific figure he is. I mean, he really feels heavier than I thought he would be. And in his vehicle mode, he is based off of his appearance in 2001 RID version of it, where you can see some of the empty spaces right here, and that section here that definitely screams 2001 RID Ultra Magnus. And as you can see, you got in terms of the details here, you got the nice silver paint here on basically the blue translucent plastic cover on that. And you got some battle damage right there, which is basically the theme of the entire Siege line. There's some battle damage right here, and it has the battle damage here on the super mode feet. And it has the molded ankle tilt, which is the thing that I don't like here at all. And as you can see here, I have all of his weapons stored here. As you can see, these are the two black. He comes with two black guns, and he comes with his iconic missile launcher, and this piece here, this gun here on the top is his original weapon, his original iconic gun. And you can place it however you want. Well, it basically just remove it here. Well, the instructions say actually put it on here where the missiles currently are, and put the missiles on the back. But for the G1, but for the sake of G1, I prefer to put the missiles on here on top here, like this. You can put this on however you want, and it's your toy. You can do what you want with it. And again, I like some silver painting here on the rims here. You got some smokestacks right there, and I got a little bit tiny paint chipping right there, paint mishap right there. I should say, it's really unfortunate. I mean, the figure does have it already, but I'll show you once we get to the transformation. Now, speaking of transformation, now he doesn't basically transform here, where it's much like the G1 toy, where the entire trailer section becomes separate armor for this cap here. So I'll show you what I mean. Now these are the clips right here, which is to hold it together. You want to open them at this section here, and know it's a really tight fit. Do the same thing on the other side, and lift this red section over here, and separate the cap section here, and putting the trailer off to the side for now. And then this is the cap here, and you can already tell how it transforms. Just separate the feet, rotate them down on the ratchet joints, this, and flip out the heel spurs. Then take the arms, unpeg them from the side. Then rotate this entire cap section here like this, and where you have to align this section here so it's on the slider joint, and it will lock into place. Then open up this piece here, the front section, flip out the head, flip out the Y prime head, and plug it back into place. And clip the arms then, and then push this back like this, and fold the arms down and rotate the fist around in the proper configuration. And there is Ultra Magnus in his unarmored up mode here. And as you can see, this is really terrific. He is just a white Optimus Prime, much like the original toy, but he doesn't utilize the same molding here as the Siege or even Earthrise Optimus here. And as you can see, you got the, like I said, you got the smokestacks right there, and again you got Optimus Prime looking head sculpt. You got the blue mouth, the blue for his crest, and the red for the eyes. Again, very much the G1 toy. And again you get the belt detailing here, and again you got some battle damage right there. And again, in terms of the weaponry, he can hold any of the weapons that he can, and again you got the holes right there, and he does hold them perfectly fine. Now in terms of the articulation, head is on in a ball joint right there. Moves up and down, left to right, side to side. Arms rotate all the way around, in and out. Bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, wrist swivel, face swivel. Ratchet it back and forth at the hips. In and out. There's no thigh swivel right there. Oh yeah, actually there is, but it's way too tight here on mine. And you can see the battle damage here on both of the thighs here. And again, bend at the knee. And we got the signature WFC Trilogy ankle tilt. So overall, in terms of the posability, he really scales really nicely. Now in terms of a size comparison here in his unarmored up mode, here he is next to Studio Series 86 movie Scourge, who is a Voyager, and this guy is also a Voyager. Now this is the trend that they did here with the Siege line here, with being the leader class figures being the Voyager with some extra stuff here. While for Shockwave it really didn't fit really well for him. But for Ultra Magnus, as well as Astro Train, as well as the remold of this guy, the Galaxy Upgrade Optimus, it really fits him. It really fits them really well. Because Astro Train, since Astro Train is a triple changer, he transforms into a locomotive. That tinderbox does really work for him. So as you can see here, Scourge is a little bit smaller there than Magnus in his Y prime mode. putting Scourge again up to the side. Then he is next to Kingdom Cyclonus, who is a Voyager. Who's also a Voyager again. And again, in terms of the height here, Magnus almost reaches the Cyclonus' wing part here. Actually, Magnus' head reaches up to the Cyclonus' wingtip right there. Now to armor him up, we have to get this guy ready for the armored up mode. Again, so first thing, fold the heels, and then unpeg the shoulders. And again, this is the real tough right there. And fold the white prime head inside, back in, and rotate this down, and plug it back in, plug the shoulders back. And then what you want to do is hold this section again, like we're going to transform him into vehicle mode. And fold this cowl catcher down on the truck, again on the slider. And this time it's plug it all the way back like originally in the position in the vehicle mode. And then and he's got a big massive butt flap right there. Okay, so now we're ready to armor him up now. So putting him out to the side. Now we bring in the trailer and unpeg all of the accessories just like so. And then what you want to do, you want to open this piece right there like this. And like I said, in terms of the play factor here, it really has a really G1 toy. After like the entire trailer disassembled to become the entire armor for Ultra Magnus right there. And then what you want to do then, flop this towards the back and take these pieces off right there. And then this is gonna separate anyhow. Separate this like so, and take out the forearm armor pieces. And this is what's gonna make up the most of Ultra Magnus right there. Now, first thing we want to do, we want to start out with the legs. We're going to fold this piece here on the first hinge, then fold this here on the third hinge, and fold this on the other hinge like this, and wrap it all around to form a leg. Do the same thing on the other side. Hold it like this, hold it down, and wrap it all around. And there you have it. Then you have the legs done. And then take these pieces here, which we're going to form the shoulders, and unpeg them. And you have to rotate these gray pieces up. So it's basically like this. And then the forearm pieces will stay like this as well. Then take this piece section, which comprises the head and the chest of the super mode, and rotate it out, and then we'll clip into place, and rotate this entire back section and fold this all the way inside right there, and that will make up the top. And now to armor him up now, take the white prime figure, and one thing I almost forgot, rotate this down, fold this down, rotate it around, and there you have the Ultra Magnus, the proper Ultra Magnus belt right there. Get the arms out of the way. Now we start out with the attaching the legs first, and they will clip in like this. And really just reminds me of the Fans Project City Commander set here, where it's basically the entire trailer, like I said, much like the G1. It's very much like the G1 toy, and it really and then attaches to the original Classics Ultra Magnus, who was just a white reprint of Optimus. So you had to buy the third party to make the proper Ultra Magnus here, and I'm glad we don't have to do this. But it takes up a lot of parts for me here to come around here, around to the shoulders here, and these slots are gonna plug into the smokestacks like this, and it's gonna take a lot of finesse, and then these tabs right here are gonna plug into these gray bits. But on my copy, it's really tough here, and it's almost impossible to do that. To the same thing on the other side. Again, there you have the shoulder pylons fully attached. Come around to the arm come into the forearm armor pieces. Open this piece up, and then what you want to do is plug this piece inside there. And I also, before I attach them, I love the paint dry brushing here on the forearm panels right there. But it's unfortunate when you plug it in, when you plug the forearm panels here, and there's a little pore here on the underside of the forearm, and then there's a little peg hole right there. I wish you could switch them out to reveal the battle damage right there, but you really can't. Then close this flap down and fold it across the back. And as you can see, like I said, the entire battle damage section here is covered on the side of the forearms right there. Do the same thing on the other side. Open the forearm pieces again, then plug it in on the forearm and plug it in right there, and then for some final touches before I attach this piece to accessorize him for the time being. Attach the missiles here. You could swap them if you want, and they do work, but they will limit the arm articulation here. Articulation up here. Give him his gun. Oh yeah, the wrist will almost is a little bit too tight right there. And for these black guns, what I like to do is come around here to the side, is basically plug him in here. This is the correct side right there. And what you can do is rotate them around to deploy the leg guns, which is very similar to the Cybertron Optimus Prime right there. Again, get the arm out of the way. Plug this way right here. And then rotate this around somehow. And last but not least, we have to attach this piece here. And what we'll do, this slot here will clip it onto the spine right there, and then just clip it in, and you will hear it snap into place. And there are two slots right there, and there's just two pegs right here. We'll fold them all the way down and wrap it around, and boom. There you have Ultra Magnus, as we all know and love. And again, this armor mode definitely makes sense for him. Where for Shockwave, it really didn't. Astro Train, it really kind of worked. And Galaxy Upgrade Optimus, it really did as well. And it's really nice how they implemented on this. And again, you got some battle damage pieces right there. And it's overall continuing over the same figure here, like I said, in the feet. And definitely, like I said, it has definitely had more of the three aspects of him, being with the vehicle mode being the art based off of his RID 2001 self, and the playability of the G1 toy, where the white cap becomes a separate robot, and the entire trailer pieces become the armor for him. And when you do attach him, you have a fully cartoon accurate Ultra Magnus. Even though a little bit more stylized, but definitely much more cartoon accurate Ultra Magnus. I mean, or should I say, this is miniature MB22 Ultra Magnus. Because as you can see, you got the red parts right there, and you got the main butt flap, but it's accurate to how he was in the cartoon. And again, you got the red paint right there on, and you got some silver paint here on the knee pads. And it definitely looks great. In terms of the supporting of the blast effects, they really all do. This is the blast effect that came with Studio Series 86 Scourge, and you can plug it on here on this gun right there. Not so much on the missiles, but they're totally loose right there. Now, in terms of the size comparison, here he is next to Cyclone. Here is next to Kingdom Cyclonus, which I immediately knew here he's gonna scale pretty well. Here, well, Cyclonus is basically Ultra Magnus's rival right there. And again, the scale works really, really damn well. I mean, look, come on. We had a bit. I mean, Cyclonus and Ultra Magnus had a big, great rivalry right there. So putting Cyclonus onto the side and more focusing on articulation a little bit better. So nothing changes here on the articulation segment here. We got, but in terms of the new head, again, swivel joint, up and down, a little bit of left to right, a little bit tilting, but rotates left to right. And if you have the missiles officially plugged in like this, it will not hinder the arm articulation here like so, which is really nice. And the leg articulation is almost the same, but instead, you got the pre-molded ankle tilt, which does have an ankle tilt built in. So I don't understand why, but I don't really understand why they did this, but I mean, he is a city commander. I mean, that's his role. That's his role. He's a city commander. So I can't say. I definitely recommend this figure. I saw some pictures of the Kingdom Leader Earth Mode version of this guy. Well, he looks good up here. I'm from the top section here, but he really doesn't look great from the bottom because it was a lasing engineering. Because this is a remold of him. Well, they reworked on the chest and the head as well as on the shoulders. They didn't really much change on the legs itself, and the vehicle mode was really empty inside there. So I definitely recommended this Siege version over the Kingdom Earth mode version. Even if you don't have the masterpiece MP22, you can still get this as in the retail mass release price point. So good luck and happy hunting for this guy if you missed out on him already. So this has been the review of Transformers Sport vs. Cybertron Trilogy Siege Leader Class Ultra Magnus. Thanks for watching.